Alright guys, welcome back to another Patreon request, and this is another one sent to me by my friend Jason Voorhees 2011. And yeah, as always, if you guys would like to have a Patreon request done, just hit the link in the description box below, head on over to my Patreon, hit the second tier, that'll allow you access to do so, as well as check out all the stuff on both tiers as well. But other than that, let's get started. So this video is essentially my... Jason asked me for this video because it is spooky season. What are my 10 favorite horror sequels? Like, what are my top 10 favorite horror sequels? And the catch is, I can only use one movie from each franchise. So, yeah, it was a little hard, but I think I got it. Now, keep in mind, this is not like in a top 10 list. These are just my 10 favorite. And I'm always excited, and these are just my personal 10 favorite. And there were some others that almost made the cut. I got to tell you, also, for Halloween, it was a little tough as to pick which favorite of that one. But yeah, so I'm going to go through my 10 favorite horror sequels, some of whom I like more than the original film. Real quick, some honorable mentions. Dr. Sleep, which I like more than The Shining. It also made me a massive Mike Flanagan fan, so there is that too. The other one is Exorcist 3, which I like more than the original Exorcist. So there's some honorable mentions real fast. Anyway, let's get into the list. And kicking off, we have Aliens. Now, Aliens I have liked more than the original film. And that's not a diss at Alien itself. It's just that I feel like Aliens took what was great about Alien at first and then just tripled it. Like, they just absolutely, like, tripled the love, tripled everything else. So I really I love the lore of the xenomorphs being expanded. I love the whole thing of the Queen. I also love Ripley's character being explored, and the Marines are great. It's a great action horror film. Yeah. So anyway, what more? It is my favorite movie of the Alien franchise still. Romulus was really good, but you know, it's one of those where if you rank the Alien franchise, it's either going... So far, it's just going to be Alien or Aliens as your number one, and no one can really disagree. Not, you know, again, not to diss Aliens, but... Alien, but Aliens took everything that was great about Alien and made it better. Next up, Psycho 2. I really love this movie. I think it's highly underrated as a sequel. I know it's a sequel no one asked for, but I think it is a sequel that did the original film justice. It's more of a character exploration of Norman Bates. That's what it really is more of a character exploration of him as a character. He is, you know, he's gotten out, he's been away from home for 22 years, and now he has come home. He is trying to reconcile with himself, but there are forces outside of his control that are slowly driving him mad. And that's what I really like about this. This is Norman Bates's movie. This isn't like someone else's. This is Norman Bates's direct film. And I really do like that. I really like how this film plays with that. And there was a time before I really had and not to discredit this movie, but there was a hot minute where I liked Psycho 2 more than the original Psycho. It isn't like but now I've had a major appreciation, and Psycho is now, as you guys probably know already, is one of my favorite films of all time, because I've had a major inspiration for appreciation for classic films. So yeah, but Psycho 2, Psycho 3 and 4 are definitely movies. I will say that. They are definitely movies, but Psycho 2 is it also has a very slasher feel to it too as well. Next up, Seed of Chucky, my favorite of the Child's Play franchise. This movie knows what it is. This movie 100% knows what it is. It doesn't try to be anything else and just goes on its merry fucking business without a care in the world. That's what this movie really is at the end of the day. I really enjoy this film. I think it's great. I think it is fun. The kills are fun. And Tiffany and Chucky's relationship are perfect. Like, I love the back and forth between them. Are the human characters any good? Not really, if I'm being honest. But they don't really matter. This is Tiffany and Chucky's film through and through. And I just have all the fun with it. Next up, we have Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Another movie where sometimes I like that movie more than the original one. This one, what I love about it is that this film, like Tobe Hooper knew he couldn't catch lightning in a bottle twice. That's what I really love about this direction, is that this movie, like Tobe Hooper looked at his original film and went, meh, I did that already. So now I'm going to do something different. And different is exactly what he did. I love the story of it. I love just how batshit bonkers it can be sometimes. This is just a fun movie through and through. Bill Moseley as Chop Top is great. Stretch is a great final girl. It's just it's not going to work for everyone. It's still like a contentious sequel, but I still think it is the best sequel to the original Texas Chainsaw movie. You can hold me to that. Next up, arguably one of the greatest horror sequels of all time, The Bride of Frankenstein. This movie, Bride of Frankenstein, some people call it the greatest of the Universal. It is the peak of the Universal monster movies. And I would agree with that. I think Bride of Frankenstein is a masterpiece. It is like what James Whale took everything that was great about the original Frankenstein film and pushed new limits to it. There's now thoughts of like identity, self-worth. There are, Masonic symbols, like what is essentially the Frankenstein monster being crucified. There is a lot. There is a lot in that franchise. There's a lot in that film. There's a lot to go over. I think, this movie is just perfection. That is what it is. The Bride of Frankenstein is a great film. Is it my favorite of the Universal monsters? It's definitely second favorite behind The Invisible Man. But, yeah. I do not contest with anyone who says The Bride of Frankenstein is the best Universal monster movie. Which is funny because the titular bride is only there for 2 minutes tops, right? Anyway, next up is my favorite of this franchise, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, down here in this DVD collection. Which, I don't know. Oh, yeah, it was the slide. Never mind. So, yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street 3 was supposed to be the actual end of the franchise. This was basically the movie that was going to be the end of the trilogy. Wes Craven had come back. You had Heather Langenkamp come back to play Nancy one more time until New Nightmare. But the special effects are great. Freddy is great. He's walking this line of both fun and scary. From here on out, he's kind of more jokey than anything else. But this is where we get fun Freddy and still scary Freddy. Everything about this, it's much like with Aliens, where it took the original idea of the original film and just ran with it in a new level. All of the characters are great, and you feel bad when they get killed off. You really do feel bad when they die. I really like this film. It's probably my favorite interpretation of Freddy as well. Now we come to the movie that I was debating between this movie and Halloween 3 as my favorite sequel, but I chose this, Halloween 2018. Yes, the rest of the trilogy is pretty contentious, but I think that we can all agree Halloween 2018 was a masterpiece. This movie just came out swinging and gave us the requel renaissance. All of these horror franchises coming back and getting these direct sequels. Without it, we wouldn't have gotten Scream or a few other franchises coming out of the crypts. Michael is terrifying. J. Jude Courtney is an excellent Michael. Jamie Lee Curtis does a phenomenal job once again, and even the actress playing the granddaughter is really good too. Again, I personally like Halloween Kills. Halloween Ends can go fuck itself. But I know on a whole, the trilogy is held in contentious views. But for the most part, I think we can all agree Halloween 2018 is a masterpiece through and through. Next up, we have Predator 2. I don't know why people don't like this movie. I really don't. This movie is fun. It takes the urban jungle concept and really runs with it. I think the movie has a lot of great has a lot of potential. Does it work all the time? No, but it's definitely fun. It is definitely a fun movie, and I really like all the characters are great, and the kills are just amazing. I really this was my first Predator movie. Is it my favorite Predator movie? No, but I do think it's a highly underrated sequel. Next up, we have my favorite Friday the 13th movie, Friday the 13th, the not so final chapter. This movie is Jason at his peak, in my opinion. I think like the only other sequel I would say I like just as much is Part 6. And that's what you see with a lot of people, is like either Part 4 or Part 6 are everyone's favorites, because they know Jason's not to be taken seriously, and it's just here for the kills. Tommy Jarvis is a great foil for Jason, and this was meant to be the final chapter, but clearly that wasn't the case. This movie is awesome. Just everything about it is like peak Jason for me. And finally, you couldn't do a best favorite horror sequels without Evil Dead 2. I know. What can I say about Evil Dead 2 Dead by Dawn, right? Like, what can I really say about this movie that hasn't already been said? It's one of the best movies ever, one of the best horror movies ever. It made Ash into an icon. Yeah. So there's really nothing I can say, if I'm being honest. But you guys tell me in the comments below, what are your 10 favorite horror sequels from each franchise? Just comment below, let me know. Once again, I'd like to thank Jason Voorhees 2011 for this Patreon request, as well as continued patronage. And like I said, if you'd like to have a Patreon request done, just hit the link in the description box below, head on over to my Patreon, hit the second tier, that'll allow you access to do so. But other than that, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time, the Multiverse.